There are changes coming to the real estate industry in August, and I want you to be prepared. In this video, I'm going to share what those changes are, as well as your most recent market update. My name is Realtor Rich Ganim, and this is your market update for Northeast Ohio. And what I'm going to share with you is that things are changing over the last 15 weeks, and this information is going to help you be a more prepared seller or home buyer as you enter the fall market. In this graph, you're going to see over the last 15 weeks, you're going to see that available homes for sale going back from April has started to increase. Now, what that means is in some cases, sellers are overpricing their property and they're sitting on the market just a bit longer than normal. You can see that in April, we had just over 5,000 homes available for sale in the Northeast Ohio market. Now, you can also go back to the last week of July, and you will see that we have approached over 6,500 homes. So there is about 1,500 more homes available in July than there was in April of this year. Now, what's interesting to note is that pending number, the red line, has fluctuated all year, and what we're starting to see is that pending number is starting to increase as we get into the end of July and into August. And the sold homes, those, we can kind of call this, the bidding war and the beauty contest, right? So the bidding war is all these those tall green lines, and the beauty contest winners are the ones in those short green lines. Those are the ones that actually made it to the closing table. Now, the other thing that's interesting to note is the average price per square foot in Northeast Ohio is sitting somewhere a little bit above $135 a square foot. This number is actually up over the last 15 weeks from where we started, when we were about $126 or $127 per square foot. So on average, price per square foot is continuing to increase, although in the month of July, you will see that that number started to come down just a little bit. Now, we don't use price per square foot all that often, but what we do want to notice and monitor is that trend. And again, this is for all properties, single family, multifamily, condos, etc. So this number needs to be paid attention to very little, because everything is on a macro level in this video. Now, the last graph I want to share with you is what we're seeing in terms of days on market versus the original price that a property is listed for and the percentage at which it sells for. Now, you're going to see that days on market has continued to trend down over the last 15 weeks. We're currently sitting somewhere around 36 or 37 days on market as an average in Northeast Ohio. Meaning it takes, from the time a property goes on the market to the time it comes off the market, it's taking about 30 days. Now, that is very, very much a seller's market in Northeast Ohio, okay? The thing to notice here is that going back 15 weeks, homes are selling at about 100% of the list price, of the original list price. Now, what that also means is, as you can see, in the beginning of July, that number went up just above 100%, and now as we go towards the end of July, that number is coming down just a little bit below 100%. What that means is that towards the end of July here, what we're seeing is there might be price reductions taking place in the market that is causing a home to sell just below what it was originally listed at. Now, what this is also saying is you're not getting the property for 3, 5, 10% below value. What you're getting is 99% of list price, 98% of list price, 99.5% of list price. The market is still very strong in that respect, and I want you to know that there might be an opportunity to get a little bit off, but this is still very much a seller's market. Now, you're wondering, Rich, what does this actually mean in terms of what's going to happen as school starts to pick up and kids go back to school in August, and as we get into the fall months? Well, November is a presidential election, and historically, over the last 50 years, when we see a presidential election, we also see mortgage interest rates start to trend down. Now, what does that mean for you if you're looking to buy or sell a home? If you're looking to sell a home, you might get more activity as rates start to trickle down. And we've already seen rates start to adjust slowly over the last 30 to 45 days. Now, what we're probably going to see is rates start to come down even more as we get closer to November. And when that happens, you're going to see more buyers enter the market, which is going to cause home values to continue to go up, which is going to cause more multiple offers, more bidding wars, and more opportunity for you as a seller to potentially grab a little bit more potential equity. If you're buying, this is actually probably the best time for you, because if rates do come down, more buyers are going to enter the market, which is going to cause more competition, which could induce you to ultimately pay a little bit more than you could have this time, right? Now, that said, there are changes coming to the real estate industry here in August. Those changes affect the way compensation is paid in an industry. Now, let me explain. Historically, when a property was listed for sale, the listing agent, the listing broker, would negotiate a professional fee that would be paid at closing. That fee would cover the listing broker and the buyer's broker. Okay, and in the multiple listing service, compensation would be offered of X% as a percentage of the sales price that would go to the buyer's agent. Now, effective August 17th, this changes and goes away. At the listing table, the listing agent, the listing brokerage, will only be negotiating the fee that they charge as their professional fee to market and sell the property. Any offer of compensation to the buyer's agent and the buyer's brokerage will not be offered anymore at the time of listing or in the multiple listing service. So what that means to you as a buyer is that effective August 17th, you will be required to formally hire a real estate agent to work for you and negotiate for you the best price on the property. Now, buyer's agents, our job is going to be to get the buyer the best possible deal they can on the property and ask the seller to pay as much of the professional fee as possible in the form of a seller concession. Yes, sellers, it might still be in your best interest to offer a seller concession to help offset the buyer's fees. Why do we do that? Well, if your neighbor is going to sell their house and they're going to offer a concession to the buyer's agent and you're not, what house do you think the neighbor might want to buy? So it might be still in your best interest, and we're going to have all those conversations. And these things are changing and fluid. But what I want you to understand is that moving forward, the way brokerage fees are paid and negotiated is going to change effective August 17th. Now, here at the Ganim Group, we have already started to implement these changes in the way that we market and sell our properties. So if you have hired us recently, you've already been aware of this and you've already had these conversations. And yet for a lot of people, this might be the first time they're hearing it. Call us at 440-817-0314 if you have any questions about what these changes mean to you, your home's value, and how selling your home moving forward is going to be impacted. We are here to help and to guide you, to get you as much money as we can on your sale and to save you as much money as we can on your purchase. My name is Realtor Rich Ganim. Thank you for watching. And again, if you have any questions, call us at 440-817-0314 or visit us online at www.theganimgroup.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next market update.